Hey, what's up, my elite kings and queens? What's up, my elite kings and queens? Welcome back, guys. I'm so happy you guys are tuning in today. I got a pretty cool reading today, and you know how we do, guys. We get right to it. We get right to it always, all the time. And we're going to read out of, boom, y'all know what it is. The Miracle Power of Your Mind, the Joseph Murphy Treasury. And guys, sometimes I speak a little extra loud because I want to make sure that you guys can hear me clearly. I don't have one of those mic thingies. I actually do own one, just haven't connected it yet. So we're in the flow. We're in it to win it. We don't really waste time. We get right to it. So if I speak a little louder than usual, it's because I want it to go through. I want you guys to hear me out, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to read a good chunk of this awesome Joseph Murphy book. Just a good chunk. And after I do that, I'm going to give you guys my takeaway. I believe you guys are going to like this one, all right? Here we go. It says, preventing birth of dictators, despots, and tyrants, etc. It is often asked, why do we have dictators, despots, and tyrants in the world? There are extensions in space of the dictator complex present in the hearts and minds of all human beings. By changing ourselves, we change our world. The world is ourselves in aggregation. Napoleon still lives. Genghis Khan still lives, as do Caesar and others. Boys and girls learn about these men at their mother's knees at school and in college. They learn about the wars in which their country was involved. In some instances, they are taught to hate the neighboring nations. These children are born with the resentment and rage at the wrongs committed by these men. They read avidly of the crimes, atrocities, and acts of violence. These states are impressed on their subconscious mind. All of their moods, feelings, and thoughts, which are intertrained, become objectified as conditions, experiences, and events. Whatever is impressed in the conscious must be expressed in the world. Man should not therefore be surprised when these tyrants of the past are reborn into our society, because we actually call them forth. It is true in a sense, therefore, that Genghis Khan is reborn or reincarnated. He is the embodiment of the state of consciousness of the people, nation, race, or world. Whatever the case may be, it is never a man who lived 1,000 or 2,000 years ago who is being reborn. It is a state of consciousness that is born again. We can prevent the birth of tyrants and despots this way. Let each mother place her child on her knee, whisper in his ear that his father is God, and that he can do the works of God, his father. As the mother inculcates this great truth into the mind and the heart of her boy, he will believe it, and he will become her idol. I have been young, and now I'm old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begged bread. I was young, meaning I did not understand the laws of life. Now I'm old. Age is not the flight of years. It is the dawn of wisdom. I am now spiritually wise and understand the way the mind works. Then the righteous are never forsaken. The righteous are those who use the law rightly by right thought, right feeling, and right action. If parents or teachers teach the laws of life, the truth of being to the young, their seed shall never beg bread. This means these children shall never become the beggars, outcasts, thieves, and tyrants of the world. On the contrary, they shall fulfill the ideals of the parents. In other words, the children must fulfill the conviction held by their parents. If parents will impress their deeper mind with wonderful dreams for their boys and girls, then according to their belief will it be done unto them. By teaching the youth of the nation who they really are, by showing them the way, the truth, and the light, we can build the kingdom of heaven on earth. As a result, we will prevent the rebirth of dictators, despots, and former undesirable state of consciousness, which are perpetuated by prejudices, racial hatreds, and fear of the unknown. Teach children to dwell on the great truths of God. Teach them of the great accomplishments of the poets, artists, engineers, chemists, physicians, astronomers, and others. Let boys and girls emulate these great men. Wow, great reading right there, my people. And as we can see from what we just read, that all of these dictators, despots, tyrants, racial individuals are just states of consciousness, my people. That's all it is. They're states of consciousness. And what we just read is that they keep bringing this stuff up, like it said, where in the schools, the churches, the grandparents. They keep bringing up the atrocities that were done by these men. And what happens is that they're planting seeds of hatred, of resentment into the youth. And so that the youth grows up with this anger, a manifestation of the state of consciousness of those seeds that were planted. We must speak about the poets, the artists, the engineers, the chemists, the physicians, the astronomers, and others. Let boys and girls emulate these great men. Yes, let's plant seeds of greatness into everybody. Speaking of greatness, speaking positive. Listening to positive individuals, replaying them on loop. Every word that is coming out of your mouth, every other individual's mouth, is seeds going into your mind and are sprouting. And when the seeds sprout, that's your circumstances, your conditions, your situations, other people, your mirror, your reflection in front of you. Everything in front of you is energy, frequency, and vibration. All the solidity, look-alike is actually going on in your mind. That's right. You're picking up a frequency and vibration from the ether, and you're seeing the movie playing in here. What you see in front of you is just a screen. Projector screen. Now, we're learning the power of what is being said and what that can do. Okay? Now, right here it says, these states by these individuals are impressed on their subconscious minds. All these moods, feelings, thoughts, which are entrained, become objectified as conditions, experiences, and events right there. Whenever your family members, your history teacher, your church tells you about some atrocities done in the past, make believe the past doesn't exist. What they're doing is they're planting seeds in your mind unconsciously, and then you manifest those through what? You manifest those through moods, feelings, thoughts, and then those become objectified as conditions, experiences, and events. Sometimes we don't even know the shit that's going on and why it happened. But I didn't think that, Juan. I didn't think that. No, you didn't think that. Somebody thought it for you. Your identity manifested it for whatever reason. Only you know. You thought of it. Your identity manifested it. You're on that frequency of that. We have to really get to a point, my people, that we're really being more conscious of what we're putting into our mind. For every word spoken is seeds, whether it's a joke, a riddle, playing around, or a history lesson. It's still seeds. The power of the tongue, the power of words going right into your garden, which is your mind, your subconscious mind, where it is now objectified into events, circumstances, experiences, situations, other individuals. And whenever you go through these negative experiences, you like to blame the 3D, not you specifically, right? Just speaking in video form, right? I'm sure my followers here are already on a next level. We're not blaming the 3D. We're not blaming the energy, the frequency, vibration. We're not blaming the energy, the frequency, the vibration that we selected and let the movie play in our projector and then see it on the projector screen. That's what you do whenever you blame the 3D for all the situations going on to you. You're blaming the energy of frequency, vibration. But guess what? You selected that. That's the only way it can happen. The 3D conforms to you. The 3D reacts to you. You are what is making the 3D take action. The 3D is not doing it to you. The 3D is going off of what you are. You don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. This is where we have to really get focused on what we're putting into our mind. Also, what's coming out of our mouth. For what's coming out of our mouth is also going right back into our mind. Your words are seeds. Your family's words are seeds. Every song you listen to, are seeds. And this is where your identity is created. And your identity is what manifests. The identity doesn't have to speak. It's just you. Now right here, I like where it says, I was young, meaning I did not understand the laws of life. Now I'm old. Age is not the flight of years. It is the dawn of wisdom. I am now spiritually wise and understand the way the mind works. Then the righteous are never forsaken. The righteous are those who use the law rightly by right thought, right feeling, and right action. The power of the mind. Cause, effect. 4D, 3D. Projector screen. It happens here first, and then I see it here. So whenever you see it in the 3D, whenever you see it on the screen, you got to understand you saw it here first. It was already playing here. The 3D is catching up. The 3D it's on a lag. It's behind. So when you react to the 3D, you're choosing to identify yourself with and give your power to something that's behind, the past, something that's dead. You already saw it played here. If you want to change what's out here, you change the projector screen, you change the projector, and so that the screen reflects something else. Life's a mirror, not a window. Now, if the parents and teachers use the law of life, the truth of being to the young, their seeds shall never beg bread. That means these children shall never become the beggars, outcasts, thieves, and tyrants of the world. On the contrary, they shall fulfill the ideals of the parents. In other words, the children must fulfill the conviction held by their parents. And parents will impress their deeper mind with wonderful dreams for their boys and girls, that according to their belief will it be done unto them. My people, if you have kids, like I do have 3, speak greatness into their ears. Tell them how genius they are, how smart, how intelligent, how wise, how strong, how beautiful, how creative. You speak very highly. Dude, you plant those seeds. Because from the age of 0 to 7, little girl's subconscious mind is wide open. That's where your programming is. And your program is your identity. And your program / your identity is what manifests. And your program is your subconscious mind. Your heart is your subconscious mind. So program, instill greatness into the youth. Instill and program greatness into the youth. Let them know about the greats, about the positivity. Let them know positive affirmations. Plant those seeds. Because when you do that, you're doing it to yourself too. Because life's a mirror, not a window. What you put out, it's yours because you're speaking. It's a vibration coming out of your mouth. So whenever you tell your kids, man, you're so smart, you're so creative, you're so intelligent, you're also saying it to yourself. This is why when you flip someone off and you call someone a dumbass, you just said it to yourself. When you say someone's a fuckboy, you said it to yourself. When you say someone's a fucking genius, you're saying it to yourself. When you call someone else a king, you're saying it to yourself. We're all one. We're all connected. Applaud others that are successful. Because when you applaud others that are successful, you applaud yourself. Remember who you are. Health, wealth, happiness, love, success, abundance, prosperity, and money. That's who you are. That's who I am. God's in you. God's in me. God's everywhere. God is life. God is life, bro. Everything out here is God. This cell phone right here in front of me is God. The book in front of me right here is God. My computer, my house, the plants, the trees, the bugs, the goat, the cows, everything, the bulls, all of it is God. All of it's one source, infinite intelligence. Guys, I love you so much. We stay bold, we stay courageous, we stay strong because that's who we are. Boom, vamos.